It is of utmost importance that we proclaim the Christ of Christmas even after the holiday has subsided and people try to get back to their normal lives. Good morning, I'm Pastor Ernie Lewis of the Blue Point Church in Sisney, Illinois, with your thoughts for Friday. Surely the Christmas holiday provides a wonderful opportunity to proclaim Christ through holiday ministries or Christmas programs, even some displays in public places that proclaim the Christ child as the very Son of God, and bring up some great discussions that allow us to tell others about Jesus. But just because all the displays have come down or the programs are ended, the festivities and the carols are now silenced, we certainly cannot be silenced. Some of Jesus' last words, according to Mark's Gospel in Mark 16:15, it says, "And he said to them, go into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature. He who believes and is baptized will be saved, but he who does not believe will be condemned." We know as Jesus had traveled the world in his earthly ministry, he had healed the sick and the lame. He had driven demons from those who were possessed, and he preached the coming kingdom. We may not be able to carry on some of the miraculous works that Jesus did, but we can continue to preach the gospel of Jesus Christ to those that we encounter. He first gives that command, go into all the world. These disciples were quickly dispersed to the far reaches of Palestine and beyond, preaching the gospel message. They didn't receive this command alone, by the way. The Great Commission is to all of us. It is repeated several times throughout the Gospels, and we hear his calling when he says, go. Now, I realize that not all of us will be called to head into the jungles of Africa, but I also realize that the Lord knew no one is going to come knocking on your door. The lost are not going to come looking for the message, begging us to tell them the gospel that we are carrying. Our go may be just across the street, or maybe down the block, across the table at a break room in our workplace, or maybe at a family gathering or a community festival we've been to. He says, go into all the world and proclaim the gospel to every creature. Now, that doesn't leave anybody out, does it? All creatures on earth need to hear the gospel message. And he describes the follow-up. He says, he who believes and is baptized will be saved. That is a pretty awesome description of what the gospel does in a believer. They're baptized. They become a part of the church. They get involved in being a Christian witness themselves. But Jesus also warns, he who does not believe will be condemned. Are we condemning them to an eternity in hell for their sin? No, we do not. When they reject Jesus Christ, they are condemned by not believing in the gospel. But we must realize today that the first part of this equation is for us to go and to carry the gospel, and then we allow others the opportunity to accept or believe or reject and be condemned.